Happy May the 4th be
May
with
the
you.
4th be with you.
It is the greatest day
in the
our
history of the world.
I was going to say in our calendar, but yeah, that too. Because it comes every year.
Yes. As you could probably maybe tell, I don't know, if you're born in the last, 100 years.
Unless you've lived under a fucking rock your whole
It's
life.
Star Wars Day, which is probably why you've clicked on this video. You probably wouldn't click on it for any other reason.
I mean, it also probably wouldn't be in your algorithm if you didn't know what Star Wars
I would
was.
assume that is the case.
So, Demas, the topic today for May the 4th is things that we want from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So we're going to talk about the things that we kind of want, the wishes for what we want Disney to do that we want.
I can't even hear.
One thing that I've wanted so long from Star Wars is a what if series.
Yeah.
Like Marvel have what if, but handled well. So
The first season of What If was
it was good. So my what if is, what if Jar Jar Binks wasn't banished from his home city?
Oh, from the Gungans.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Where this leads.
what are the
right?
repercussions there?
So I was up until 2 a.m. one day writing this. Like I was going full autism mode. Like I rewrote the whole trilogy, right? Just
oh
from
my God, from where that
just
moment.
from what if Jar Jar wasn't exiled.
Yeah, okay.
Because if he wasn't exiled,
They wouldn't run
Qui-Gon
into...
Jinn wouldn't have tackled him
Yeah.
when he was running away. So Qui-Gon Jinn wouldn't have tackled him and he wouldn't have led them to the city. They wouldn't have got the underwater speeder to get to Naboo to save Padmé from the droid army, to then get on the ship, to then crash on Tatooine, to then find Anakin, to then go back to Coruscant. So how my story goes is, so if Jar Jar Binks was never exiled, Qui-Gon Jinn never tripped over him and kept running.
Yep.
Which means that when he eventually caught up with Obi-Wan again, they went, we have to get to Naboo.
Yes.
So they were on footing it back to the castle, right?
Which is a long way.
A long way, right?
Where the droid army lands.
Because the reason that they got there and were able to save Padmé so quickly is because they took all the because they went through the city's core, right?
Yeah.
So by the time they finally get there, the Federation has taken Padmé,
Yeah, the real Padmé.
and they've just claimed Naboo as their own. So they've
Because
gotten
there's nothing to stop them.
no. So they've gotten there. By the time the Jedi reach the capital, she's gone. In this world, I just claim that they've killed her. So rather than taking her because she's like, I will not be silenced, they're like, all right, bang. So because she wouldn't sit. Because remember the whole reason they wanted to take Naboo was because because it was for the Trade Federation. So then they could appoint someone as the Chancellor of Naboo, which then gave them the powers to trade with them all and stuff.
Palps, basically.
So they've taken her, they've killed Padmé, and they've put the puppet master in
But that would have been
Naboo,
Palpatine.
probably. But now the
Which would have been his
Federation,
plan.
yeah. But now the Federation legally controls Naboo.
Yes.
How this then has a ripple effect. Eventually, somehow, let's just say that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are two fucking Jedi in a droid army. They're able to find a ship. They get back to Coruscant. When it get back to Coruscant, they return with no queen, no proof.
Yeah.
They fucking failed their peacekeeping mission.
Yeah, true.
Then Sidious has turned around and said to the entire Coruscant, the Jedi have failed.
It kicks off right there and then.
The droid army has taken over a city and two of our best knights weren't able to stop it. How do we have faith in the Jedi? And this starts some kind of civil unrest where people are kind of like, well, yeah, we can't trust the Jedi anymore. So people and planets within the galaxy start falling under control of like the Hutts and the Mandalorians.
This would further along his plan, like to get the clones instated as the army for the Republic.
And the thing is like now with the Trade Federation, they're rocking up on the planet, and what we would see in the Clone Wars is they would call help to the Republic, and the Republic would come and help them. Now the people don't have trust in the Republic,
yeah, of course.
So they're not calling the Republic out anymore. They're just going, "Fuck, fine, we'll be a Droid Federation army or whatever."
Because the clones Palp's original plan to kill the Jedi with Order 66? Was that?
I think it was like one of his things that like he had so many contingencies. It was just a
like
contingency.
Batman.
Yeah. So anyway,
somehow Batman.
So
returns.
then Palpatine structures himself within the council as basically what he did at the end of episode 3, like the emergent.
Yeah.
So he's there going, like, he's just being a fucking savage, and he's like, because of the Jedi, I lost my
empire.
Yeah, and he's like, because of the Jedi, I've lost my planet. We can't let this happen anymore, and people start trusting him, right? So not through war, he's gained the control because of all that, right? Then he then goes out and then builds the clone army because he wants it as this is a necessary way to defend ourselves. We'll have clones on all of our planets. We'll have our peacekeepers on our planets. The Jedi can't be reliant.
Yep.
Then, because Qui-Gon Jinn is now still alive and they haven't fought Darth Maul yet and they don't have Anakin, there's no thing of the Chosen One. So Qui-Gon starts to feel, because as we know, Qui-Gon is so in tune with the Force.
So sorry, backtrack one moment. That means that Maul doesn't perish at the hands of Obi-Wan.
Well, so we're getting there, right? Because at this point, they're just still on, because they haven't been to Tatooine and run into Maul, and they don't know that there's another Sith out there. So all they know is that they failed because of the droids.
So what was the reason for him sending Maul in the first place? To kill the Jedi.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
The Jedi.
Because, well, he sent Maul after Padme.
Yeah.
Because she got away when she wasn't supposed to. Qui-Gon is starting to feel unease in the Force. He goes, there's something weird going on I can feel. Because as we know, he's so attuned to the Force, right?
Yeah.
And he's like going, there's something not right here. He can feel, and Qui-Gon being Qui-Gon, he just follows his instincts. Because as we know, Qui-Gon never liked the Council.
No.
He doesn't like the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
He's very attuned with the
As we
Force.
see Obi-Wan again, he goes, Master, you're going to disobey the Council again. Or whatever he says.
So Qui-Gon sees the arrogance in the Jedi, the blindingness to the corruption, and just sees itself. He sees it as failing and everyone's losing faith in the Jedi Order. Whereas, as we were mentioning back in Old Republic, everyone loved the Jedi Order. This is where Qui-Gon goes, fuck the Order, I'm leaving. And he takes Obi-Wan with him.
Ooh.
And because he goes, there's something dark here that the Jedi are turning a blind eye to. He's like, there's someone pulling the strings.
Well,
and
even Yoda
here.
himself admits that.
Yeah.
He goes, there's a darkness over the Force that I can't see through. Or
but they're too ignorant to go and look for it.
Yeah.
So Qui-Gon goes, and he talks to Obi-Wan. He's like, this is out here. And Obi-Wan's like, I believe you, Master. So Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan leave the Order and go and try and find this dark source of whatever's out there. So then he keeps going on and he trains Obi-Wan more, and Obi-Wan becomes fucking godly because he leans... As we know, Obi-Wan just gives into the Force as it is. With Qui-Gon's teaching, he gives into it even more, so it becomes even more powerful. And Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan's very rigid. Oh, no, we can't do that. We can't do this.
Yeah.
But he just learns to follow his instincts and follows the Force more, and he trusts in the Force. He's got more emotional awareness. They step from the Order. Eventually, because there's no confrontation on Naboo, Darth Maul lives. He's no longer a weapon. He's just under Sidious. He becomes more patient, more strategic, more powerful, and the Sith remain hidden. Then eventually years pass, right? This is like something like 10, 15 years. Qui-Gon follows the disturbance in the Force, and he sees that everywhere that the Trade Federation go, there's this dark shadow with it. So he looks into it. Cut a long story short, he eventually finds the Sith. He finds Maul. You don't
think that Sidious would find Anakin in the meantime?
I don't think so.
Because it's heavily implied and theorized that Sidious manipulated the Force to create Anakin.
Yeah.
So he would, and Sidious is very powerful. He would know, like, Anakin's the chosen one. You don't think that Palps would find him?
Not in my story.
Not in Kirby's story. Anakin doesn't matter in this story.
So then Qui-Gon starts getting closer to Palpatine, knowing that there's something up, and then that's when he sends Maul in. But by this point, Maul is way more powerful.
Do we get...
Fucking oath we do. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Maul.
Again.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Maul, but the difference is Qui-Gon's prepared, Obi-Wan is fully trained, but Maul is far more dangerous. He's like levels of what we're seeing Maul is now. It comes out, the Sith have returned, the Republic is compromised, the Jedi are divided. where Qui-Gon goes and starts his own Jedi school that focus more on the Force.
So the Jedi haven't died here.
No, but they're so ignorant that they're just like, oh no, we can't fall. We can't fall. And then, yeah, the galaxy splits not by war, but by philosophy. And then
So do
I
the
just
Jedi-
see it as it's Qui-Gon's trust in the Force and his freedom versus Palpatine's control and order over fear. So Palpatine basically makes the Empire really fucking quickly.
Do you think Order 66 would still happen?
It depends on whether the Jedi decide to pull their finger out and do anything.
I think it has to happen.
Eventually it would.
It has to happen.
And that's what, like, down the line, it probably would, where then the Order 66 happens. But Qui-Gon being, like,
Well,
as switched onto it as he was, he would start warning people and, like,
Yeah.
slowly converting Jedi on his side. And it would probably happen, but not to the extent of what
it happened.
it did happen. So, yeah, that's my thing. Is I just think, yeah, what if what if Jar Jar Binks was an exile?
Because yeah,
Changes everything.
because I believe you're wrong in the sense of Palps wouldn't find Anakin. Because Anakin is the chosen one. Qui-Gon never found him. The Jedi would never have taken him from anyone else. It was only because Qui-Gon pushed so hard for him to be trained
Yes.
that he became a Jedi at all.
Yeah.
So Palps found Maul. Palps would find Anakin. Tatooine isn't an uncommonly passed area.
Yeah.
I think Palpatine would definitely find Anakin, then train Anakin, and then we get Nightfall Vader, which is an unstoppable force. Or
That's actually a really good point. Yeah.
or Maul finds Anakin. And because
Maul kills Palpatine and, like,
Maul wants to overthrow Palpatine.
Yeah.
Because he does that in the Clone Wars series.
Yeah.
He trains Savage.
He's still trying to do it in the Maul show.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
he's
But
still, like-
but they fight more. We get more with the double sabers, and he kill. I don't know if he kills Savage there, and I can't remember. But
Yeah, he kills Savage. He does the double back.
yeah, that's right.
And then force pushes him off
Yeah.
a fucking cliff.
So, would we find Maul finding Anakin, training Anakin? Anakin's got a double saber. That'd be sick.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense because it says it continues the training with Maul. Maul becomes calculated, stronger, better,
Right,
faster.
yeah.
He would eventually defeat Palpatine.
Because Palpatine would send him on whatever missions.
yeah,
And Maul is actually quite in tune with the Force.
fuck yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he is we've
He knew of all the shit that was coming. Like,
he would sense Anakin. Like he sensed Luke.
Yeah.
When in Rebels, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't know why you're here. So he would find him, want to overthrow Sidious because that's what they do. It's a rule
Yeah.
of two. He would train Anakin in secret, just like Dooku was training Asajj Ventress to take over
Yeah.
Palpatine.
and as we know, Maul's very persuasive.
Maul
as
is
we're watching in
very
the new,
persuasive.
But it's interesting. Would he still end up the way he is now? Because you think like
He was
went-
only angry because
Yeah.
he's got his anger from Obi-Wan.
yes,
Right?
and his
Like-
anger kept him alive.
Yes,
and,
right.
like,
So
yeah.
he'd be powerful, but maybe a bit more like not as
he'd be calmer,
not as Obi-Wan.
more controlled,
Yeah.
more dangerous.
So he trains, but I don't think Maul could ever beat Palps.
Mm.
So they confront him, and Sidious. Man, as soon as Sidious meets Anakin, he's like, "I want him
Yeah.
as my new apprentice."
Yeah.
So they fight. Anakin is nowhere near strong enough to beat Palpatine yet.
Yeah.
Palpatine disposes of Anakin, kills Maul, takes on Vader as his apprentice, and that's when that's when we get Vader.
And when he kills Maul, he's like, "No, you've killed my master," and then full anger,
yeah,
dark
and then he's
side.
like, "Good,
Yeah, dark side.
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah." Like,
And then that would be so good because then you have a fucking highly sensitive, like Qui-Gon Jinn.
and godlike Obi-Wan
And godlike
Kenobi
Obi-Wan.
against a Nightfall Vader motherfucker.
Yeah. That would be sick, actually.
Because Vader would then become the right-hand man, but we've got Vader at full potential. Vader that can probably use Force lightning.
Yeah.
Vader that has all his limbs, is not hindered by the suit, that will eventually kill Palpatine.
Yeah.
And then because then we don't have Obi-Wan to turn Vader back to the light. We don't have Luke being born because
Yeah.
whatever. But Vader is still the chosen one. So does he destroy the Jedi, whatever's left of the Jedi Order, and then destroy Palpatine.
He could just turn up himself and just annihilate them all just on a fucking good day.
Just like we went over, all he is surrounded by is fear and dead men. Fuck, without that suit, man, the whole galaxy's dead to him.
And that's the thing is, like, Palpatine could go to the Order, Qui-Gon is onto us. But when they get there, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan aren't there because they've left the Order.
Yeah.
Like, and he just kills everyone there.
Murders everyone.
Yeah.
Yoda dead. Windu dead.
Yeah. Fucking little ketamine frog.
Yeah, he just. Well, you see how fucking
as he jumps, slams him on the ground.
You see, even Revenge of the Sith, right? And you see where the hologram, where Obi-Wan's watching Anakin come through and kill people.
He's like catches someone's hand and
he chokes a woman, like a Jedi, a woman, typical Anakin.
Not just the men, but the women and the children too.
He grabs her by the throat, and then the person that comes to fight him, it's the Jedi's sword master. It's he teaches everyone, and Anakin's just like casually one hand and goes just kill. like, are you kidding me? Oh man, there's no way. Like, imagine him, but trained from Palps from day dot.
Oh,
just relentless, ruthless.
Yeah,
like wouldn't like he and his
no hint of stopping.
Force sensitivity and power would be so immense. Like he'd be better. He'd be more powerful than Palpatine like that.
Easily. But
Palpatine,
and I think having the Maul raising him in secret to take
so
over
cool,
him,
wouldn't it?
It would be cool.
Like Maul will kill his mum, or somehow kill his mum, or whatever, and then take him.
Oh, but you knew, like, Anakin was like, "Oh, it's a laser sword. Like, are you a Jedi?"
Yeah.
And Maul's like, "Not really." He's like, "We're better than
like
the
something
Jedi."
like that, or something like that.
And then he's been like, "The Jedi have failed. They're not the protectors of this world."
But Anakin will be
stuff.
a little bit older than you see him in. You know, he'd be a couple years older. Oh,
I'll never join you. Fucking cuts his mum in half. Now you will.
Yeah. You don't have a choice. Well, Maul's not like that. He's like watching the Maul show. He's much more like manipulative. He knows what you want.
Yeah.
And he's presenting the dark side in an enticing way.
Yeah, which he would to Anakin. He goes, "You're gonna let this fucking flying toad like rule your life?
Well, you would even
with
have
your powers, you could rule this
You
whole
would
planet."
even have it that the Tusken Raiders kill his mum while he's still there.
Maul had set that up and stand there and just
something
watch
like that,
him,
right?
like, do it. Yeah.
But you know, so they're done, and then Anakin's angry, or Maul meets him and sets the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Tusken Raiders get Shmi and kill her.
Yeah.
And then Anakin's like
like what happened in Attack of the Clones, like around that time as well, where he's a teenager.
Like, but maybe make him a little bit younger, just to be more like emotionally explosive.
Yeah.
And then maybe Maul just like leaves a saber somewhere. Just so, and Anakin just like flips it, sees it, grabs it, and just goes and hunts them down.
Yeah.
And just kills them all.
Yeah.
In a fit of rage, and Maul's just watching the whole time.
And then Maul goes up and like saves him when he's about to be shot and goes, "Come with me, I'll teach you the ways to control this power and shit."
Yeah. Or like not even save him, because like, you know, the Sith are about proving like, you know, like he wouldn't even interfere.
Anakin comes up to him and he goes, "Let's go."
Yeah, like this old mate could have shot him, and then he's just watching Anakin build up the anger, and then maybe he just lets out like
something Force blast or something.
This isn't in canon, but if you've watched the Force Unleashed trailers, where Starkiller just goes boom and disintegrates people.
Yeah.
I like see something of that magnitude.
Yeah.
You know, and he just wipes out the camp.
And Maul's just like,
or I mean, maybe he accidentally kills his mum, or like she's trapped and he's gone to save her, and he
Force
kills her
blast
by
does it.
accident, right? And that's how he falls with Padme and whatnot, right?
and then
So
Maul's
you
like,
make it
"I can teach you to not lose control of
or
your
something
powers
like
or
that.
something."
Yeah. The path to the dark side leads to power.
And that would
some
be
would
so
consider
good.
unnatural.
I just think like you've got basically Qui-Gon Jinn, who is operating at the level of one of those Force entities of like the father, the son, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's so in tune. He's basically the guy's almost borderline, not even walking, he's like floating. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's a Force god versus like this Anakin and like
just the implications of Jar Jar not being exiled. Hey,
I know, right? Like
that's what happened. That's what would happen.
I know. But you think, like, genuinely, if he wasn't there...
So much would be different. Everything would be different.
Yes. Because, like, all the stuff of them being on the ship and negotiating at the start would still happen. They would land on Naboo.
Oh,
but then,
everything up until they land and run into Jar Jar would
yeah,
happen.
because from meeting Jar Jar, they jumped in that little ship that took them directly through the Earth's core to then get to the palace to save Padme, which then got them to Tatooine, where they met fucking R2D2 as well.
And 3PO with Annie and all that. It's
Yeah,
man.
Naboo's lost to the Trade Federation. But yeah, that was my little what if. They need a Star Wars what if series.
Yeah, crazy, man.
And I would do that as more like
I got a what if.
I would do my one, like I said, of more like you do it as just like an animated series where it's like that's season 1 and it's like 6 episodes or something.
I got a what if. What if the Jedi used Speed Force a bit more?
What if The Last Jedi was good?
What if they didn't make the sequels?
What if in the Obi-Wan TV show, the robbers could actually catch an 8-year-old girl?
Oh my God, don't even remind me of that one. Through the bush and they're like, and she's like, parkour.
Yeah. There's like a little shrub and it brushes them like this. And they're like,
We're not going to get into that. We should do an episode on that one day.
Absolutely, we will.
So my next one, this is going to be an adaptation of a comic from 2015. Ooh. It was a Marvel comic. It's called Darth Vader Down. This specific novel it's set between A New Hope and Empire. It's a Vader story. It would show Vader in a way we've never seen him. So in every instance of seeing Vader, he's always got the upper hand, or he's always more powerful, or he's always this menacing figure. In this, it's almost like the tables are flipped and he's the one that's on the run or being hunted, right? So essentially here, what this story is. So at the end of the book before this, so Darth Vader finds out Luke is his son.
Yeah.
Right? So he's hunting down Luke. And he's told...
So he finds it out through the Force or something.
I don't know how I was explained, but Vader receives intel from...
Did he hear his name was Skywalker and went, oh.
So, hey, I know that guy. I know that guy. Vader receives some intel from people, from someone that Luke has been located near a planet that holds an old Jedi temple. Yeah. So he's like, I'm on my way. Let's go. Jumps in his TIE fighter and fucking heads out, right? So Vader accidentally flies into 3 squadrons of X-Wings.
Oh.
Right? So that's when he comes out of hyperspace and he's like,
uh-oh.
Fuck. Yeah. What am I doing? Where am I? So, he's zooming around and Vader's, we know Anakin is the best starfighter and
best star pilot in the galaxy.
Right. So he deals with it no problem.
Yeah.
But then Luke shows up in his X-Wing.
Oh.
And rams Vader's TIE fighter and they both crash land on the planet.
Oh.
Right. So Vader hits the deck. We don't know where Luke lands, but Vader's alone and stranded on the surface. So the Rebel Alliance, and it says, and including Leia and Han and the whole crew, they get every unit they have nearby, hundreds of Rebel soldiers, tanks,
on
fighters,
the fucking home planet,
on the location of where Darth Vader has crashed.
Oh, that would be so cool.
So, you would have seen this, but anyway, so it's
only thing I'm surrounded by.
Yeah, absolutely, right. So he's surrounded. They've surrounded him, and he's in the middle of the crater, and Vader ain't gonna fucking lay down like a dog.
No.
So he says, and like everyone would have seen this.
One of the rebels firstly says,
"Oh yes," he goes, "You are surrounded." And Vader infamously says, all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men. And he ignites his lightsaber. So then what he does is he uses the Force to pull the pins on every single grenade that's on every single person
or
there.
Push the buttons of the thermal detonators or whatever.
No, he pulls the pins. That's what it happens in the comic. He pulls the pins and they all explode. And he chops a tank in half with his saber. And cool. Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the comic panel of that.
Panel is so
but
cool.
It's like the 3 clips.
And it's just like...
that point where all the remaining rebels...
so cool.
All the rebel commanders went, just give him a ship and get him out of here.
Oh, man. Oh, how cool would that be?
Let's just let him go.
How cool would that be? Rogue One Vader is so menacing. Just imagine
we don't get that level of Vader.
Bro, but it's cool because he's up against the wall in this, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah,
he's against hundreds of troops and he's like, nah, this is all right. This is another day for me.
He's like...
Just another day.
You could just be like, he's surrounded and he's looking around going, what the fuck am I going to do? And then all of a sudden the light bulb goes,
ding, light bulb moment.
That's a great idea. But if you liked it, we've got plenty of more what if theories.
Yeah. Let us know if you liked it. No, cool.
But
wrap it up there.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
And go watch our Star Wars Battlefront
It's the wrong
content.
One. Yeah, that should be out. I don't know when we're releasing this video. May the 4th.
This episode is being released the morning of May the 4th, but then the entirety of May the 4th will be playing Battlefront. So it probably won't be out that day. It'll be out a few days after.
Yeah, end of the week at latest. So, all right.
Amazing.
Cool.
Thank you all.
Bye.